Yeah, ding dong, ding dong. Hello, fellow Star Voyagers. Welcome back. Boy, that's a horrible load-in noise. Sorry about that. We got ships flying by, and oh yeah, and I disappeared, and everything's breaking. So hi. We got some weird stuff to catch up on. I'd wave for the camera, but let's see. How about that? There you go. So the base got too big and things are breaking. At least I think it's related to the base being too big because it started with pieces of the base. I didn't actually disappear until later. Oh, sorry. Oh, wake up. I'm wearing a hat, so taking the dogs out. Okay. So that's what happened to me. And there's different versions of this, depending on, I don't know what it's depending on, but I can reload the save and there's different body parts missing. So welcome back. We were working on the base yesterday, and at the end of the stream, we finally came up with something, these two little corridors, that I kind of liked. I liked the idea of going out to the water and maybe dropping some prefabs. So afterwards, and a bit this morning, I kept working on that. I extended them, I dropped the prefabs, I put in some doors. Earlier this morning, I raised the tower a bit. Just trying some things. Well, there's some problems. Yeah, there's some problems. Before we explore those problems, we're probably going to have a 4-hour stream today. I've got some things scheduled later, so I will be wrapping a little early. The game may or may not accommodate us up to that point. We got to see what's going on. We're going to be checking out how... Or it's going to crash. I was going to say we're going to be checking out how buggy things are and then probably reloading, but the game just went bye-bye. It's okay, we were going to reload a save anyways. We were going to start with the autosave and then reload. Fine then. Okay. We were going to start with the autosave. After flying around, I wanted to show you how goofed up the ship was. I wonder if it just memory leaked into oblivion. Well, okay, we're skipping a few tests. I was going to wait to reload the whole damn game because I expect we'll have our body back when we reload. 50-50. And we have two saves. We have an autosave and a manual save. And the manual save is earlier. And if I have external backups, if necessary, we can load the game from yesterday before this shit started happening. 57. It's got to be the autosave. So, before the crash, I had loaded that autosave a couple times just to see what would happen, and I loaded in with different body parts missing. What I was going to say before the crash was about the base. The first signs of trouble were with the base. The hollow doors were not rendering properly, and so you couldn't go through them, and some of them would be blocked visibly. Some would look like you could go through them, but you couldn't. The access ramps that were hanging off of them were becoming disconnected and misaligned, and they weren't actually changing position. It was a rendering issue. If you reloaded the save or reloaded the game, they would be, hey, our body's back. Well, damn, I thought we were gonna get to play with that a little more. Maybe it'll trigger again. I have some good clips. I put a clip on Discord if you want to see a little more of one of the other versions of, like, I had a helmet but no face. The glass was missing and you could see into the helmet. I had arms but no hands. I just had stubs. Let's talk about the base, because I think we're going to see, if not right away, we're going to see some of the rendering issues pretty quickly. The base is now too big. If you move very quickly and it tries to pop in all the plants, render all your buildings, render all the finer details, ladders, colorings, all the shade, the hollow doors, I think when it renders too quickly, it screws things up. Now, I don't really know what's going on. Maybe it has nothing to do with how quickly you force it to try and pop the objects in, but we're going to move slowly, because as we move towards the plants, you're going to hear them pop in. And if we go down the hydro farm or over to the edges, you're going to hear more plants pop in. So if we go flying around, it's trying to pop spawn all the plants really quickly. Now look at the distance. I don't know if you could see, the things are popping in. Look at the top of the tower. Shading. Shading is coming in lines. Shading is coming in lines. The hollow doors down here, the blue glow didn't appear right away. Well, here's another one. There are hollow doors on this block, and there's a hollow door on this block. Also, there are windows on all of these. Now, okay, we're at a great distance, so it's not rendering. That's not a bug. That's fine. That's render distance, draw distance, some sort of regulated detail. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Let's see if anything's goofy here. Look below. Did you see that pop in? Okay, no problems yet. See it pop in? No problems yet. See it? You hear all the plants popping in? It's going a little bonkers. Everything's popping in at once. So the base is big. The plants are trying to catch up. They're all grown. Things are popping in. Hollow doors, access ramps. But so far, so good. Everything's in its place, right? And they're usable. All these hollow doors are... Sorry, I can't. Function, apparently. Let's get some air in the tank. Hey, Captain. The base is too big. It's breaking. Hey. So, right now, fresh load after the game crashed. Everything's trying to render and pop in. And if we start moving across, the windows will pop in on those prefab towers. And at some point, you'll see the doors appear here, the hollow doors. And the access ramps. But if we spend 20 minutes or so going back and forth, at some point it's going to break. And the hollow doors will stop working. You won't be able to go through them. Some of the access ramps will become misaligned. And I'm wondering if how quickly we might see some of that so I can demonstrate it. That's why I left the game running. Apparently it memory leaked into oblivion. Is that why you had to tear down your 20-story double tower? I'm a little worried we're getting there and getting there fast. I don't think we can build on this anymore. Right now, this is 10 stories. And put a couple extra landing pads, and I was just messing around with the shape of it all. And rather enjoying the shape of it all. The shadows in these hallways are great. We can't see it right now, but when there's at night, it gets good shadows. At the right times of day, it gets good shadows. Well, there's some. Kind of straight, but it gets really cool angles to the shadows, and from outside the building itself casts some really cool shadows. Great views from the biodomes. I mean, it's really neat. I like it a lot, but it is starting to break under its own weight. So, Captain, have you ever had your body parts in the game just go completely disappear on you? When I loaded the game, I was missing arms, chest, although he had the chest armor, was missing a head and feet. But earlier I had different configurations of that. I was missing body parts, and most of my ship was missing. I was flying around in part of a cockpit. Like just the cockpit, but no wings, no engines, no nose. Just the rectangular part of the cockpit. Minus detail. Hey, ready? It's been a while. Hope you're doing all right. So, I'm afraid we should stop building on the hydro farm. It's already so buggy that see the plant sounds again? The plants can't stay grown. We go that far and come back, and it's all lapsing from memory and having to be reloaded back into memory. So the base is a bit broken. I don't know if I'm gonna deconstruct any of it to try and stabilize it, or just leave it flaky, and we'll just, I don't know. I don't want to have to visit it less. But I was playing around. I stuck some couches out here and a little drone and info drone. There's a lot of stuff going on with the base. Yeah, and I haven't seen the underwater stuff. Ah, damn. I haven't seen the underwater stuff deform yet. It really sucks to miss that platform. I don't have enough jet juice to miss it twice. Ah! I know we can hug the wall, so I guess I should just hug the wall. We don't need jet juice, right? I always forget that. Sun sets over that way. Building casts some fantastic shadows. You can mostly see from over this way. Once those shadows start to move, they take on great shapes. The glass might add to complexity. Yeah, it might. I'd be giving it a harder time. Ready? You finally realized you could get Twitch on your phone? How did you not know you could get Twitch on your phone? Kind of always been a thing. So you've been playing Monster Hunter, huh? Right on. Right on. A lot of fun. I have heard from a lot of people it's a lot of fun. I have not played it. You don't use apps on your phone, so you forgot. All right, if you say so. Yeah, the base is just too big. I haven't even started coloring things. You know, we had custom colors, and the colors aren't going to render right. Anything else we add is just going to start to get lost in the mix. Things really won't look correct. See those hollow doors that just re-rendered? Well, it doesn't mean they'll be messed up when we get over there. But over and over again, I've had them get messed up since the base started to get big. Those landing ramps will be misaligned. You'll see a hollow door, but you won't be able to go through it. Some of them will be there, but there'll actually be a wall behind it. I guess we could start building another base, but, you know, I'm really not sure. I'm not sure where that leaves me with my thoughts toward base building. Push the limits too far. Well, I really wanted to play around with the bugs some more. I figured we'd spend half an hour or more just playing around with the bugs. I really wanted to show you. We're gonna dance around with no head and go fly around a cardboard box, and I'll have to get you guys some clips later. There's one posted on Discord, but I'll have to get you guys some clips later because I did record a little of it when it started happening. And you can really see as you walk around, everything's constantly filling in and reshading and rendering because it just can't keep it all at once. So I don't know. In that case, what should we do? We may very well start playing something else. We're gonna have a kind of short stream today, I think. Maybe that'll be Tomb Raider, though I do have to get it installed. Kind of mixed on it. One thing I read that sounds a little more appealing is that they said it's a little heavier on the exploration and puzzles and a little lighter on the forced action. I mean, you know, it's actually pretty smooth. I think the combat and the bow mechanics are pretty good, have been in the past Tomb Raider games. But I don't, you know, from what little I've heard, I'm not going to be a big fan of the tone of this third Tomb Raider game, or care too much about the story or the setup, or but if the environments are gorgeous and there's some good tomb raiding, puzzling, climbing, exploring, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning that way. Another possibility is we spend a day or two playing Super Metroid, because I sure wouldn't go through it at a speedrun pace. I haven't played it in 20-something years. 20 years. I haven't played more than the beginning of it. I always load it up in emulators, but I never play very far, so order of operations and where you go and how you get through sections, and it's all long gone. I never actually pick up any of those details watching speedruns. It's just a fun blur. So yeah, we never did Super Metroid either, but I don't know. I think I want something we could switch to for a few days. I have this dilemma of what to do, not really feeling like I can get into stuff. I just think Tomb Raider would kind of be an easy sell for a few days. But we'd probably play it Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It'd be about a week, I think. They're not that long. 15, 20-hour games. Ready? You just want to play Fallout and Red Dead 2? Yeah, I'm not planning on playing those, but they'll be a really good time. Serious Sam. Never tried out the Serious Sam games either. Let's I don't know, let's go somewhere. You know what I wanted to do? Let's go ahead and check this. As long as we're seeing what things the game is changing, breaking. The multi-tool we got turned purple. But when we got it off the space station, I think it was this one, it was green. I don't want it to turn green again, and I really hope I don't screw up the color table of my character. If we get there and the multi-tool turns green again, I'm loading a save from this morning. But I've been curious to see if the one here at the station, which we bought as green and then turned purple, what color is it on the station? I've been afraid to look, actually. Since everything's breaking this morning, why not? Ready? You haven't played Tomb Raider since PS2. I don't know where to begin. If you really haven't followed any of the Tomb Raider stuff since 2013 when they re-released it, which was 5 years ago, I mean, you've been here for a few years. You didn't see any of the past Tomb Raider games on the multiple playthroughs we've done here? I believe that's possible, but really? Look at that. It turned purple on the station. So why was it ever green? Totally green when we first got here. I assume it's still an A. Hasn't turned into an S or something else. Class should have been locked, but why would the color turn awesome? Again, maybe it's tied to my save. If we go to anomaly worlds that have viruses, they're all purple. I could go to 12 virus worlds and they're all purple. Somebody else's might be yellow or green or teal. Mine are all purple. So maybe purple's somehow a stubborn bit of color code in my save. Well, yeah, so Ready, I think we played the 2013 one on stream once and Rise twice. Not that Rise was better, but didn't we play Rise twice? I think we did. We played it when it was brand new on Xbox, and we eventually played it again on PC. And if we do play Tomb Raider tomorrow, was gifted on Xbox.
Message for you, Commander. Just came
Actually,
in
it
over
probably
a secure
works on
channel.
Windows 10 too, but I think we're gonna play on Xbox. If we do that. BD Gray! Hey, BD Gray! Thank you for your sub, man. If you're out there, hi. Cheers. Thank you, sir. Let's just mess around. Let's jump to a new system and just go run around on some planets. What we were gonna do one of the last couple streams when I felt like I had no purpose. There you are. There you are. ED Gray. Hey, Gray. Cheers, man. Thank you again. You're doing all right out there? What is happening in your world? Ready? You don't think you can enjoy RDR2 as much as GTA 5? Because of the Western setting, or why would you? Why do you think? Just used to gamble all the time online on the first game. Well, it sounds like, for better or worse, there's going to be GTA Online. They're going to do a full-on GTA Online style online mode for Red Dead. So, if the possibilities are many. I'm not holding up so well, man. Nothing. I just in here. Or anywhere else, but I mean, this is the root. This is the root problem, not the reverse. I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe that's not true. I don't know what's what. I don't know anything anymore. Acrid world. Play the messenger yet? Marcon! Hey, Marcon. No, no. I haven't turned on any of my other systems or played any other games in like 6 or 7 weeks. Before that, I was feeling pretty aimless. Anyways, yeah, we played Nier. Nier was a great, in case of emergency, break glass, play it again game. What have you been up to, Marcon? Wow, playing the new expansion. I bet a lot of people are. What do you think? Or when you... Was it just out when you popped in before? A little while back? It's since then. Work, more work. Work, more work. Look at the name of the planet this is a moon of. Bunky. Upadenited Bunky. What a name. You like it? That would be the expansion, not the work, and more work. Orpium Minor, moon of Upadenited Bunky. What a name. So that's the planet we're gonna land on. We gotta land on that planet. Hey, Bunky. Yeah, BD Gray. That's I'm clinging to that. I'm clinging to that. I'm having a hard time connecting with many games, but which makes that difficult. I mean, I gotta bring a game to the table, right? Something. So I don't think we've ever. Maybe in 2015 when we were playing Witcher 3 for the first time, but in 3.5 years, this might be the first, or if not that, the second, and only the second time we've ever played a game for 6-7 weeks straight. Just not touched another game for this long. It really hasn't happened here before, unless maybe The Witcher, summer of 2015. How long was that first playthrough? I mean, it was 210 hours. But it was also 40, 50 hours a week with some 24-hour streams. So I don't think it was 7 weeks. I think it was 5, 6 weeks, if anyone remembers. I don't. The one thing, if we're hopping systems, we'll keep an eye out just in case we somehow find a space station with an S-Class we'll talk about what that means for farming weapons if we find it. Otherwise, we're not going to worry about it. Why am I here? I don't need to buy anything from you. Buy anything at all. One thing I want to keep an eye out for is, as much as I like this fighter, a similar fighter with a different color scheme and a different nose on the cockpit. Nothing landing. What's in a name? Well, it depends on the name. For the community event, the third week yesterday, someone came up with a pretty good name. I'm usually not a fan of the cheesy names or meme names or whatever people put in to the shared spaces, but this one was pretty clever. A sweltering hot planet. Some like it. Yeah. And they left the word off. I thought that was well played. I'm like, it what? Well, it's right there. So let's maybe grab a couple missions. I like, not for the level of interest in them, but planetary depot missions for resources. Missions that have stated rewards that are good resources, crafting resources. And if we ever do get another ship, if we find some sweet looking fighter I want to pick up, we're gonna need 7, I guess we've almost got enough nanites to buy the mods for it. We're gonna use all those. What do I think of Shadows Die Twice? Keep in mind that you're picking the brain of someone who's lost their mind. So I don't know what I might have thought of that at a different point in time. You asked me that a year or two ago, I don't know. But right now, it doesn't really appeal to me. I know they're kind of done with the basic Dark Souls formula, so they're trying to do some other things. But no, it's not really grabbing me. I did watch part of the trailer. The stealth in it looks, I don't know, stealthy, I guess. Maybe I like the standard fair fantasy a little better. I thought I would like the I didn't play Neo either. I don't know. Maybe it never grabbed me. I would have thought the whole feudal Japan would have, but I don't know. What do you think? We'll see what happens when it comes out. The mech arm stuff, whatever, the die, the basic mechanic where the die twice part, it just sounds so gimmicky to me. It does not, it just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't we'll see what happens, because it doesn't really appeal to me as it stands. Now, as for there being 2 planetary depot missions, let's test something. I'm not going to take this one. We'll come back and it should still be here. The depots used to have trouble respawning. Once they broke, they'd stay broken, and you could get more missions, and they might lead you back to the broken one and you wouldn't be able to complete it. We could stack these and get the rewards at the same time. I don't really care about the reward. I want the resources from the depot. So let's do one, and then when we come back and get another, it'll either send us to a different spot, we'll get more stuff, or if it sends us to the same spot, I hope that I think it's kind of working now, and at least the depot, the modules themselves will be respawned. So not take them at the same time. We'll hunt pirates because deliver an item will take us out of the system. We'll pick our own system to jump to when we're ready. Are any of these reward? Collect 1 heat capacitor. Well, I have heat capacitors in a box, or we make them from selenium and frost crystal. The reward is organic catalyst, another crafting component. The organic catalyst will come in a 5-stack. I'm okay with trading a heat capacitor for a 5-stack of organic catalyst. Good trade for me. We'll have to hop on the freighter to grab the... Unless we want to go back to the now buggy hydro farm base, which may require deconstructing part of the island base if we want it to stop being so buggy. I'll sleep on that. Okay, so we'll leave the rest and we'll come back for the other depot quest. So ready for Shadows. The no customization turns you off. Customization. I know I didn't get all the info on it, so no custom, no fashion souls? Really? Or what do you mean no customization? Is that more stats? You not I may have even seen some of this and just not retained it. I didn't watch the whole trailer that came out. I watched part of it. More than I've watched of some other recent trailers. No ships. There are no ships coming in. Could really use an updated X-Wing versus TIE Fighter game. What do you think? How about a brand new one? How about somebody just make that? That would be a good idea. About calling your hello Pergy. You think about calling your fleet in, you just want like you just want an item, and instead you call in your freighter and up to 30 frigates, and they all come across the galaxy just so that you can grab a bit of frost crystal and selenium. Yeah, I didn't see The Last Jedi, but probably not for the reasons you care about. Based on your comment. But please don't spoil any of it for people who haven't seen it. I'm not. Don't worry about me. I've read it. I know what on. I got my own deal going on, but please don't spoil big movies for people. That would be bad. There might be. Ready? I'm pretty out of the loop. I don't really know. With the mask, dude? Really? Technically, spoilers on the back of the CD case. Pretty important one. Nice quick landing. I like those. Not the fastest possible landing. For some reason, the fastest possible landing is a variation on coming in upside down. Somehow you get the angle just right and you're upside down. The camera dips through the ground, and if you hit the button to land at just the right moment at about the right speed, and you can be coming in fast, but at the right moment it'll just go pop and you're done. It's the fastest landing, and I wish I could replicate it consistently. I can land, I can do the upside down and get it to flip, and sometimes a little faster, but rarely can I force it and actually get it to do the really fast one where it just goes. Sometimes you can come in normally and land really quick too, and if you're on a pad and it has to rotate you, it also matters which direction you're facing. The faster you land, the better it feels. So this is not a Vy'keen system, it's a Korvax system. Does that mean there's 3 fighters that spawn in it? Or is it, what's the normal number? And then in a Vy'keen system there's 4 extra? Making a total of 7? Or is that the other way around? 3 extra in a Vy'keen system. Yeah, but otherwise, how many of each type? 3 for everyone else. Cool. Seven shuttles for which race? Or does everything have 7 shuttles? We are in a Korvax system, so what ship type, if there's a bonus for one of the ship types in a Korvax system, which ship type gets a bonus here? Korvax has 7 explorers, okay. Well, we're not going to hang out and watch all the ships, but I was keeping an eye out, even though we're not in a Vy'keen system, keeping an eye out for fighters. Or cool ships in general. It's not fixed. They added sounds, they fixed audio bugs. I thought they fixed the fighter sounds. Minor settlement. Gotta at least check it out. So if we ever do find a minor settlement that happens to be an S-class, whatever, do we want to play around with that some more and look at how the weapon tables can be manipulated? Should the day come when we find an S-class in a minor settlement, we can mess with it a little bit more. Someone posted on in the general Steam forums for this game that in the community event system, there's a red squid chip in that system. If anyone hasn't done the community event yet and feels like being really patient, you might find a red squid there. coordinates to that system if anyone needs them. Ah, cool. So that's people are going there. People are using to build bases. Oh no, I guess not. If you have the coordinates for the portal with the current portal rules, you can't really go there and build bases. Not without editing save files and doing stuff, right? Is that how people are making their bases? Need to translate that into glyphs. I know there's a website that does all of that stuff. Ah, but you can go there and get the squid. Gold! I don't want gold! Gold and silver. No, thank you. Dirty bronze. Yes, please. Rocks. Something that is not taking damage. Something that is not taking damage. Nitrogen. What is with that one container? Try it from some different angles. Up close. No, nothing? I don't think... Well, that's different. I've not seen that happen. If we ever try a permadeath playthrough, we're not going to be able to stand here and just take hits. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's like it's not there. It's just... Nope. Wonder if I could get the plasma grenade to just go off in the middle. No, didn't take any splash damage, nothing. Well, let's see, 39. Tried loading the save when we got out of the chip and... there. I think that's the one that was bugged. Or is it the next one over? Damn! Still bugged. Well, it's not like I shot it from the ship or anything. Why it is. Maybe I can punch it. Break! Break! actually complete the mission. And I guess we'll take the other one anyways. The reward didn't matter. But it'll be interesting to see now what happens. I'm gonna see if it respawned, if it sent us to the same one or a different one when we took the other mission, the raided depot. And whether or not we get a mission there, we gotta land on Bunky. That one.
I am assuming direct control.
You were told there would be a flying cardboard box. Well, I didn't get to show it off on stream, although it is in the background of the clip I posted in Discord. If you look in the background at the ship symbol and the line pointing down, you can see the box sitting on the landing pad. You'll have to take my word for it that I was able to fly around in it. But if you look at that clip, you can see how much of this ship was left, and it was the cockpit without engines, without wings, and without a nose, and without most of its textures. Unfortunately, the game crashed about 3 minutes after I started this stream. I had left it sitting there with no head and no arms and no feet, and the base not spawning properly, and I was gonna try and show that off at the beginning of the stream, and I barely did. I moved around for 2 minutes, and then the game crashed before I got to the ship. Hello, Steven. Says Entropic family. I hope you're doing well. And everybody, it's Friday. Go get a weekend of some sort. Bergie, the Monty Python. The Monty Python didn't ring a bell. So the depot still there. The other depot mission, and we'll see where it leads us. If it leads us to a different one, or the same one respawned, or the same one partly broken, or whatever. Fungal mold for more organic catalyst. Well, sure, this will get us a whole stack of organic catalyst in those two missions. Oh man, don't I know those? Well, good. Chill for a while. Not good, but chill for a while, and maybe we can lend something to that. It's, no, it's yeah, man. It came out at least partly angled, but I'm glad you can be here. We can feel kind of low together. Yeah, doesn't always work, but chill, relax for a bit. I'm working on repair for nanites. I'll take it. Maybe we'll do it. Basically a trade resources for nanites. I'm glad you made it here when you did too, because for not completely unrelated reasons, yeah, we are gonna have a kind of short stream today, I think, maybe 4 hours. And we might, I don't know, we might just be back at this tomorrow, but I will think about loading Tomb Raider onto the Xbox, and maybe we'll fire that up for a week. It is, exactly. Escapism, that's what it's, for about 7 weeks now, that's what it's been for me. some cases, that has helped me cope with things. And in some cases, it has been to the detriment of other stuff I wasn't doing. But, hard to see, but I think we're about to run into a cliff. Yeah, good feeling to get lost into. Loud, it's very loud right now. Sorry if you're wearing earbuds like me and it's really loud. Transmit success. We didn't actually have to repair anything. Did anyone notice that we didn't have to repair anything? Just had to transmit success. Why, thank you for the freebie. Someone else been here? I mean, this looks like, isn't that the bugged version of when you're shooting your mining beam and it's, no, it's not, is it? Sometimes that little sparkly impact animation will bug out and stick somewhere, but never mind, that's something else. Captain, if anyone can make use of it, here are all the details for the community event week 3 system, coordinates and so forth. Thanks for posting those. Let's see if this depot is the same one, broken, fixed, different one, broken, working. Cliffs 2, 1, 7, 4, 8, 8, 3, 12, 8, 13, 10, 9, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. It may not be the same planet, but it will be the right system. Huh, okay. I haven't tried using any of the back and forth coordinates, glyphs, so I don't know much about how it works. I hear that, Steven. Get them from Travelers, it's cleaner. Hey, I didn't know that, Steven, I missed the shuttle altogether. She made it. Congrats. The same one. It's still broken. Well, shit. Solo wormhole. Unscathed. So if we don't start Tomb Raider or play something else tomorrow, maybe we'll try a permadeath playthrough. You know, the idea would be to get to the center, not to build bases in permadeath. We would just be trying to survive, get a ship, maybe do the Atlas stuff so we can get through black holes with less damage. I don't even know if that matters. But we would start black holing towards the center, having to repair every time you black hole, repair something. So we would want to get, you know, basic supplies, and we probably wouldn't need to expand the inventory too much, but we would have to expand it some. It is, and I was also given a copy somewhat inexplicably on Xbox by someone who knows that I have, that I don't have any real interest in playing Destiny. Yeah, it's the Starseed here is supposed to protect you from black holes. I don't know how much damage you would take without one, but with the Starseed we went through a black hole and I think one thing still got damaged. Maybe one ship part and one tech piece. Maybe it's a lot worse without it. We need 50 fungal mold. Just grab it out of here. Boom. There you go.
Navigational data received.
Alright, after this, let's go land on Bunky. I want to go run around on a world that doesn't have... I mean, it can have extreme weather, but I want to be able to see, so probably not extreme weather. Dick shot is the answer you were looking for. And if you're not sure what the answer is, when in doubt, a dick shot. I haven't run into them yet, but I hope we do today. Predators should be predatory again. Didn't get to see that before, but without having to shoot them first, they will come after us when appropriate. Should.
Toxic protection. Fully.
In this case, the question is far less important than the answer. Alright, Bunky. Does Bunky have 2 moons? Let's see what the other moon is before we land on Bunky. People are whining about the predatory creatures. Veterans aren't being too kind to them. The very large creatures, do they have lesser odds? Greater, lesser, comparable odds of being predatory? I wonder about the really big ones. Assume their damage numbers are higher. Take a bite out of you, you should just be, whoa, nearly dead. Bradley, Gamma Intensive Moon. Alright, Bunky, here we come. Very, very large creatures will not be predators in your experience. I picked a fight with one once for fun, and at first it was it kind of started moving as if it didn't care, and then it lunged. That was terrifying. Even you played from day one, remember having predators back then? There were a lot of them. Makes sense. It should be a dangerous part of encountering life in the galaxy. almost looked like a player base or something at first. When you're a 7-meter Diplo once, you were mining and it got triggered and basically one shot killed you. I can picture that. The one planet where I found proper big Diplos, I did not attack them. Sodium condensed carbon.
Radiation protection. Falling.
So Bunky has poison rain, but depending on the frequency of the storms, this could be a pretty world to run around on for a little while. I don't mind a little toxicity, radioactivity. Some like it hot.
Units received. Radiation protection. Falling.
Binky. Well, if one of the moons,
Technology prepared.
you know, we could just rename one of the moons.
Radiation
There are two moons, Binky and Blanky. Where are you getting Blanky? Oh, Binky and Blanky. Okay, Binky and Blanky. I got you now. Yeah, we could rename the moons. Binky Prime and Blanky Minor.
Technology prepared. Units received. Radiation protection. Falling. Technology prepared. Units received. Radiation protection. Falling. Technology prepared. Radiation protection. Falling.
This unstable gel. Not what I would have come out of these containers. Unstable gel is just cactus. Basically, tequila is unstable gel is just tequila.
Technology prepared. Units received. Extreme radiation detected. Radiation protection. Falling.
Worth it, Steven. Definitely worth it. Get all those blueprints and then start, even if you do it piecemeal and slowly, grinding up all that stuff. Oh, worth it. Nice light. First week playing this game, we encountered a set of ruins that was so high up in the sky, had stuff on it, and probably just Gravitino balls and artifact fragments now that I know what the basic model here is. But at the time, I didn't know what was up there. All I knew is there was stuff up there, and I couldn't get up there. I didn't have jetpack mods, and even with them, it would have been tricky. So far up there. I have not seen a ruin spawn as far up in the sky as I did that first week. Look here, all this stuff's above ground. The artifact crate and all these fragments are above ground. That doesn't always happen. You start giving you nanites, go to a system owned by a different race. Wait, hang on, Captain. A system owned by a different race. I thought when you started getting nanites, it meant you had all the blueprints you could get from the facilities. I mean, I can have a few left. I don't know exactly what I'm missing, but...
Technology prepared. Technology prepared.
Makes me wonder. Good tip. Pulsating berries, 315 years old. Well, if they are that old and pulsating, you can eat them if you want. I'm gonna pass.
Technology recharge.
We had nanites the other day and still missing blueprints. When you start getting nanites, you've gotten all the blueprints available for that race. Some blueprints are race specific. I bet you I'm missing a few. We looked at the guide page the other day and there were some spots. Still dark, so... bet. Save the slot. Yeah, whatever. Okay. You're looking for the race initiator. I only heard you mention it yesterday, and I didn't really know it was a thing until then. No, I probably don't have that. What race is it? Is it tied to a race, or is that just a different situation with that one? Oh yeah, Steven, pretty much. Once you have all the stuff you need to make one or the other of those, you can, if you choose, make a whole ton of money really fast. Most of the 1.4 billion units that I'm up to is from a combination of fusion igniters and stasis devices. Captain, apparently that should come out of the base computer or the analyzer. Oh. Huh. Okay. Let's pick a cardinal direction, north or south, since we have them on the compass. Let's fly for a little bit to see if we can spot some minor settlements. Is there a cap on units? Well, then what's the cap? Am I flying back the way we came? I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention until I just said we're gonna fly north. And if we fly out over an ocean, then we won't do that. Cap out at about 4.5 or 6. Alright. Good to know. Never gonna spend it all anyways. Oh, sorry for the vertigo, should have warned you. Close your eyes. It does not go into an invisible bank, it just goes away. Let's recruit some more ships too. I want to know how many I have of each, but I guess we'll have to be on the freighter to check that. But I'm sure we need some more combat ships. Hey, you look kind of like a combat ship. You a combat ship? Roar! Notes, wood paneling. Well, that's nice. I like wood paneling. It's a good touch. All right. You're hired.
Warning. Threat detected.
Kind mood on a combat ship. I didn't even make the connection. Thanks, Sean. Yeah.
Warning. Threat detected. Units received. Hostile ships defeated.
Oh, you got an A class that has a lot of mishaps. You gotta read the fine print. Always read the fine print. Did anyone confirm? I don't remember. Can you dismiss ships from your fleet, replace them without having them blown up first? Drinking culture. Yeah, drinking culture is fine for some jobs and not for others. It's not great for too many jobs, to be honest, but you know what I mean. Worse for some than for others. Dismiss them with middle click to manage the fleet. Oh man, it's crowded here. Did you just park your ship inside the space station? Nice. I've not seen that happen. That's a new one. You might even be blocking the entrance. Sweet. Can't move the camera fast enough. Let's see here. The ship. Alright. Not quite blocking the entrance. Alright, I missed the last one, but I see. What's up? The heavy. HZ8. Is that cockpit? Calling that a NAT? Is that the NAT cockpit? Not just the cockpit, the ship. Okay. Thought it was just the cockpit style. Steven, you got your forever freighter as well. You think the large Star Destroyer A-class, 32 slots, black and red, peachy red. Nice. Nice. That's a good find. The, you know, we found this one so early in this save. It wasn't like we were gonna stop looking for things, but I don't think we're gonna top it. I don't think we're gonna top it. Oh! Did I black out again?
Units proceed.
Up to a new system. I do want to just kind of find a cool planet to run around on. Go find all the life on the planet. Doesn't have to be everything, but find a planet that I want to just kind of run on. A pretty world to we'll just run and see what we see. We'll stumble on a spot we want to build on. Yeah, personal preference. So color scheme black and red. Red might not be my favorite. Like black and white, or black and some certain blues, or I don't know if purples are out there. I don't know what color combos there can be, but black and red would probably be on my top 5. Maybe not at the very top. And as for S-class or A-class, what's the difference? It's the letter, really. I mean, at that point, an A with enough slots or an S with the same number of slots, hyperdrive's a little better. Affluent, fractious. Fractious is 2. Even though we may not be needing, not really freighter hunting. So finding economies, finding conflict levels that are 3. There's a wealthy, high conflict. We'll go there. The Gex system. Yellow. You zoom in, it's hard to tell if it's actually yellow or if it's green. It looks awfully yellow once you're zoomed in. Yeah, I found a few of them. I'm sure we could look through the list and pull a couple. Abandoned space stations. Steven, you found yours. Tip for anyone, you found yours in a failing system that was classed at peace. It was a 6-section, large Star Destroyer A-class, so not all of them are enriched systems. Absolutely. It's worth reminding that the increased odds in wealthy systems or high conflict systems of certain things, those are just increased odds. It can still happen in the other places. It can and does still happen. You can find cool ships, exotics, squids, alien rifles. Those exist in other systems too. So absolutely. Any populated system. Here's what I was working on. Where'd you go? I was working on you. Yeah, you. Okay, your buddies are distracting me though. Yeah, if you're hopping systems by the dozen, then you want to increase your odds at every opportunity. But if you're just going wherever to see what you're gonna see, you still have a good chance. Comparable, if not as good. Six of them. Yeah, 6 S-Class upgrades on that phase beam. It doesn't usually show the damage here. It shows 829, which is the base, but when it shows it modded, it'll show 3007 or 3106. Okay. 3007 was a different ship. There you go. Damage potential. Damage potential absurd. 3 of them in the tech slots, and 3 of them in the general. Carrying around too much metal. Hey, Uposif, we've got a desert world. And a trade outpost on said desert world. Let's see what's on the space station first. I keep hearing that the photon cannon is actually pretty good if you get used to using it. Put some mods on it. What is the, gets a bonus from behind, it really does. You're chasing someone. What you're saying is, aim for the exhaust port, directly below the main port. Superconductor? Seriously? You'll give me a superconductor? Probably 2 of them? Some of the more valuable crafting materials, like if you get a cryo pump or superconductors, you don't get a stack of 5, but I think you get 2. That's cool. I'll raid a harvester for a couple superconductors. And I'll kill a quad for some nitrogen salt. That's probably a 5 stack. And since we're already raiding a harvester, we may as well get the extra, what is that, 600,000 units for taking these other 2 overlap missions. One of the weird things about when you take the same mission type for a depot or a harvester is they won't all generate a waypoint. Only one of them will generate a waypoint, but they will all take a, you'll get credit all at once. Give me your money. No, give me yours. We're not gonna do the Defender Freighter right now, but if you do, it's usually a small freighter and you only have to kill 3 ships and they're not terribly powerful. It's not like you get a big capital ship to defend and a chance to get it for free. Otherwise, those Defender Freighter missions would be sweet. Yeah, I have terrible fights occasionally. I have damn near bailed from a few fights just in the past week or 2. If the beginning of the fight goes badly and I get overwhelmed, my shields just get destroyed too quick and I still have 3 or 4 targets swarming around, I get panicky. 5 tier 3s, yeah, something like that. There's a lot of incoming damage at that point. It's hard to thin the herd fast enough. like them as long as I come out of it victorious. Those really hairy ones, skinnier teeth. I would love a more robust flight combat mechanic system. That's what I was thinking, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Just doesn't have to be that complicated, but give us forward shields, rear shields, give us a few different energy sources to manage if we have to use some HUD display, some feedback about what's going on with the ship, and a little bit of micromanagement to keep our ship intact, and maybe just switching from defensive to aggressive postures with some of the ship systems. Harvester will be penetrated. Harvester. Waypoint. Waypoint. Harvester. How about a waypoint? Bingo. Let's not talk about Sentinels. All right. But extreme Sentinels. Just absolute pain in the ass Sentinels. I've seen something like that in a mega form once. Hey, I have a mission to kill you. Robo doggo. Bingo! Oh shit, this is that. Okay. Where's the entrance? We might fail this. I didn't move quickly enough. Where's the entrance? Shit. Yeah, we're gonna fail this. I don't care about the walker. Where's the entrance to the building? I can't get in. Can't find the damn entrance. Doesn't matter if we fail. Except, is this the one for the superconductors? It's for all three of them. We're gonna fail all three. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, come on, just a few more seconds. We're good. You found another tropical with low sentinels. Red grass, you like the teal aqua. I think that's my favorite grass. Mission failed. See, I told you it was taking too long. I think we got credit. No? Yes? No? Eliminate sentinels. Secrets. How did we get credit for one of them but failed two of them? The text is stupid, but we had three of them. It does look like two of them somehow failed and one of them completed. Now that's annoying. The dogs that clip into the buildings and continue to shoot you. And the searching is not, the timer's not going down. These little rooms look cool, where you can see parts of the sentinels and quads. Alright, we're not, the aggro's not gonna go down. We'll just grab some stuff and then bug out. need this stuff. Okay. Never mind. No, I still think they're kind of a pain, especially if you start lobbing your plasma grenades past them, or a single one bounces back at you and you have to dodge it to avoid dying. Killed myself again this morning with the plasma grenade. 3, but yeah, still. It's actually, you don't need, it's not quite that. It's not quite that. You get it in green systems, but to make the Emerald drive, you actually use, it's not cadmium, or maybe you do use cadmium. So you use chromatic metal to make the cadmium drive. You use Emerald to make the indium drive. And what do you use to make the Emerald? It is cadmium to make the Emerald drive. So you would make the cadmium drive first, go to a red system, get some cadmium, use that to make an Emerald drive. Okay. O'clock, huh? Not here. Beef stew. Not bad. I can do the stew. So is this a desert world with a reasonable amount of water? It doesn't always happen. Lung-burning night wind. I've not seen that description before. Hmm. 46 plus 8. Just that. Cargo beak. An asymmetrical cockpit. Head says vegan, belly says bacon. Speedy Mistress, little S-class small fighter. Huh. That. Is pepperoni on a pizza? I like pepperoni on a pizza when it gets a little extra crispy. It gets a little burnt. That's when it's best. I will totally do pineapple on a pizza. I've never understood why so many people think that's a... Oh, look at that! That's a cool little exotic. I've not seen this configuration. Oh, sweet! Look at that sucker. I like the wings, but have you ever... Nice stubby little design. 17.5. Hey, it's white and gold. And, isn't that thing cool? Isn't that thing cool? I think it's just a combination of parts. There's, I think it's just probably a less common combination of parts. It's a certain colors. The white and gold, I've seen others in white and gold. This wing style, I have one with that wing style. This nose, I've seen him with that nose. And that, I've seen pictures. I'm not sure I've ever seen one with that engine style myself, but I've seen pictures. Do a GTA on it. Well, I mean, we could buy it. We could trade for it. We would just have to trade something for it. I wish we had more ship slots. I really do. And what would I trade for it? For one thing, we can mark the system. You know, keep track of where it's at. So this system, Brasma. Brasma is key. Ah, I missed the wormhole. You made it. Yeah. You seasoned traveler now. See, not rigged. Oh, there's just more signs that it's rigged. Ah, I gotcha. So I have a particular exotic that I rather like. I don't really want to trade. I've got it in a 20+6 version. We've got a squid that I like because it's black and white, but otherwise the squid ships are, I don't know how I feel about them. Like, this thing's really cool. I do have another fighter. Oh, we do have two exotics. We do have another yellow exotic. Maybe we could trade the yellow exotic. Should we trade the yellow exotic? Still haven't seen any predators today. Okay, that's our hauler. That's the yellow. So I was thinking this one. There's a yellow exotic. And the yellow's a pretty... I was reading a little bit. The yellow exotic, one of the wasp-like exotics. Depends on what you mean by wasp-like. The tail, I think, is that what you meant? That tail that sticks out, which I think all of these look cool from a distance. Flying them and landing them is a different thing. Like those, the long fins look really cool, but they're kind of cumbersome to fly. That was a 19+6. And this is a 17+5, but eventually I'd find the better version of it. I wanted to keep it. Eagle of Sleep. I think that's a more common configuration, isn't it? Those types of jets on the side. There's the same little stubby nose. The wasp ones, the long pointy nose, none of those horrid folding flaps, and they have stubby wings and a stubby tail fin. Yeah, I don't really know all the names. The one I have on the... Here, I'll just land them all! This one, the Omen of Gravity, that one's orange. It has the same little stubby wings on the side as the one I'm standing on. I like those. It does have the proboscis mosquito nose. Wasp is your own personal term. But you meant for the nose, not for the tail, right? So you don't... I'm confused, because you had said screw that one when you were saying wasp. You do or don't like... I like that, personally, and I actually like them all, the way they look. Flying them, whole different story. You love the pointy one. This is just so cool and unique to me. Has a little blue gem in the front. It's white and gold. Has that little blue gem. I don't think we're ever gonna see a smaller exotic. That's gotta be the most compact package you can get. Is there a more compact engine configuration, or a more compact wing configuration, or a more compact nose configuration? Hey, Fozzie. Look who we found. Cool little exotic. Now, I don't think I wrote down where we found the yellow one. Too bad, but it would have been one of the first few systems. It's not Samsara. I know which exotic spawns in that system. If we let this thing go, we may never see it again. Okay. It looks like a chick, like a little chick, like a chicken chick from your permadeath save. Nice. Yeah. That one really is a wasp with the yellow color. I like that. Little duckling. Did I see you're able to summon any ship from your inventory and not just your current one? That is correct, Fozzie. Yes, you can. I don't know if that was new with Next, but you can summon any of your ships as long as they have fuel in the launch thruster. Or as long as your active ship. Somehow you can get stuck not being able to summon them if they're out of fuel, but yeah. You can't do it on a space station, though, or on your... You can only really do it on a planet's surface. Haha, well, you can have 500 chromatic metal for free. You like that. Keep it. But you can't keep the hyperdrive mod. No, you can't keep that. You have more chromatic metal. Don't get the hyperdrive mod. No hyperdrive mod for you. I don't have room to take the tech module. It doesn't really matter. Just destroying that other bit for fun. Fine, we'll take your ship. Warp that up onto the pad? Since when does it start warping a traded ship up onto a landing pad? That must... I think that's new. You only have one exotic and you use it as a jumper with 6 hyperdrive S modules. Well, it's a good idea. They have nice hyperdrives in them. I just kind of like being a ship collector, and I wish we could have more of a showroom. Why can't we collect all the exotics? Why can't I have 50 ships? Well, you know what? Let's go fly the silly. Let's go fly it around a little bit. We're not going to take it off-world. Make sure we've got stuff in the launch thruster here.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
All right, so we'll say goodbye to one ship. Now. That thing's cool looking. Bye, old ship. Love you. Pretty cool animations. I'm almost at the point where I don't need to look for the
Technology prepared.
indicators and I can just blind fire at the cargo pods. And 3 for your friends. I guess it makes sense. But
Technology prepared.
I still want more. 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 Oh, did I miss? No, strike 2. Where do you think it is? Over here or over here? Oh, right in the middle. Okay.
Technology prepared.
So that one needs some work. Come at it from, if I come at it from the side of the plate and go straight down, that might work.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
This is a par 5.
Technology prepared.
I only play mini golf.
Radiation protection falling. Technology prepared. Units received.
What happened, Fuzzy? Oh, I looked. Yeah, this one's floating in the middle more than the others.
Protection falling. Technology prepared. Units received. Radiation protection falling.
It's weird, there's a mini golf place kind of near me that I've never been to.
Technology prepared. Units
Been there a long time.
extreme night temperature detected.
If a player freighter is already in a system, you simply can't warp there in another. That's good to know. Frustrating, I bet. Wait, this has the same noise as the fighters? I thought that was a fighter problem. Unless it's spreading. This thing feels so slow. Boost! Come on, I said boost. That's not boost. normal sonic boom little bugs make when they squish on your windshield beyond the speed of sound. So we should cherish the noise, embrace the noise. Is the sun rising? Light. Visible assholes.
Units received.
Go drown in a cave. Right, that's not much of a cave. Not get stuck in it. Boy, that's choppy. The animation on that. They said they changed some animation on creatures, especially with too many legs. That's just a four-legged. But
Thermal protection falling.
yeah, imagine that. I've had a fair bit of performance. Yeah, various performance issues since the patch yesterday. I'm also having posture issues. I'm not sitting very well recently. I've been slinking lower and lower in my chair. You want to see what exotics in Yellow Sun system look like? Fozzie, trying to get to Iceland time. And you're doing it the slow way? Are you going one galaxy at a time? I still haven't tried updating either. Sorta, yeah. Sorta. It's spoilery, but it is possible through that quest line, as mentioned. A weird looking ship. But that's why I had to get it. 'Cause I just hadn't seen anyone like it. It was all stubby. Drop pod that we can't use. Yeah, apparently that choice takes people to that galaxy. Always or generally? I was a little fuzzy on whether that happened all the time, consistently. Alright. Let's go turn these in. I want to take a break since we're having a somewhat shorter 4-hour stream today. We're at about halfway on that, and I gotta get out of the chair for a little bit. I was slumping, and I need to go stretch. From Euclid, yes, consistently. So what if you've already left Euclid? What if you've gone to the center and moved on, and then you do the Artemis quest from, say, a number, whatever the numbered galaxies are, 2 or 3, and then make a choice for Tranquil? Is there an offset? So instead of Isentam, you end up in Isentam plus 3. How's it, you're in Calypso 3 currently? Yeah, so I wonder if it would work the same way. If it would jump you a fixed number of galaxies forward, or take you to a grouping of tranquil galaxies, or a specific one. The next tranquil, if you're in the 11th, plus who knows where, is in Isentam like 7 or something? Number 7? Or was it 10 and that's why you said 11? Okay. We didn't get the superconductors. Oh! Alright, that should have gone into an item cache, right? Inventory full and in the starship, and that's nice.
No free slots in suit inventory. Product constructed. Technology recharge.
Silent. A lot of unpopulated systems, abandoned or undiscovered. You think I would love it there? Well, who knows? Fusion accelerant for quad. Oh, let me turn in the others, but repair item for fusion accelerant. Build 2 quads for fusion accelerant. Yeah, so they might be more common, but honestly, I don't. They're like they're quick fixes. They're like, oh, this is awesome! Look at this exotic world. Then you don't really do anything there. I don't. Just look at them and move on. So I'm not sure I'd want a galaxy that had fewer lush worlds. You know, the lush worlds can be kind of quiet, unexciting in a way. Oh no. I like them. Why exotic yellow sun planets are interesting.
Alert. data received.
Gotta get back in our other ship and sell some stuff and hop around a little here. Yeah, the exotic worlds are empty enough that they could keep adding things to them without, hopefully without screwing up the existing spawn systems. Incrementally add stuff, meaningful stuff to them. Keeping the walker brain for a stack I have at the base. Yeah, they're good enough for mining bases. Good for mining bases if they have the stuff you want. Or
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
the chromatic. Well, I'm confused, Fozzie. Which only exists in tranquil, lush galaxies? You mean the Yellow Sun exotics? Yes. Okay, I gotcha. And that's why you want to go to Isentam, right? So you can get exotics with Yellow Suns. I misread what I. Yes, I do know that. Wasn't clear what you were saying. If that's what you were talking about, precisely, or what? See if the storage containers want to work here. I have a stack of nitrogen, salt. Oh, we had even more. Okay. Okay. Ten's not bad. If you're only 10 seconds behind, it's be worse. Yogi. Carrying all that, I don't know. Rocks and millennium. Gotta go clean that up at some point. Selling the microprocessors, even though we don't need the money. Should have just deleted them. There's so many things now that I would, if I could tag them for sale, move them to a junk category and sell them all at once, I would sell lots of little things more frequently, but I'm getting in the habit of deleting things because it's a pain in the ass to find them on the list and select the number you want to sell. And eventually you have enough money that you don't really need the money from selling them. The Lemium and the Herox go into what? Go into Granting. They go into the geodesite. Okay, along with the dirty bronze. So I may as well use that dirty bronze head. Friday. Ah, well, if it feels that way, that's good. Hey. Site.
Product constructed.
Yeah, we're I should have looked at the stack too. Ah, darn. All right. I didn't realize I already had a full stack. I wouldn't have crafted that way. And a catalyst. I need to take that break. I'm overdue for that break. I'm melting. My brain, not really hot. I'm just shorting out. Yeah. Think you have any idea? Oh well. Whatever. I'll be back. See y'all in a few. Stay tuned.